University might be the first time ever that you have to live alone away from your parents. It is a time where you can have the freedom to design your own space without any restrictions. But at the same time, you might realize that a lot of stuff that you have back home, you don't have anymore all of a sudden. During my 2 years time in university, I found 5 purchases to be especially useful and worth the money. Now, some of it might sound odd to start with, but bear with me because every single one of them might have the opportunity to change your university experience. So, without further ado, these are my top 5 purchases for university. So the first one is a laptop stand. Now, what is a laptop stand? It's basically a stand where you put your laptop on. So after you put it on, you can adjust the height and the angles that you use your laptop. There's 3 main reasons why I think a laptop stand is really good for university. First of all, it improves your posture a lot. Especially for university nowadays, you tend to just sit in front of the desk for the whole day. So that's why your posture really matters. If you use your laptop normally on a flat surface, it actually hurts your neck quite a bit. So that's why I recommend using a laptop stand where you can adjust the height and the angles for the stand to put less stress on your neck and back. Second of all, it actually makes typing easier. Now, assuming that you're a broke university student like me and you don't have the money to afford a whole new set of keyboards, typing on a flat surface might not be as good as typing on a slightly angled surface when you put your laptop on a laptop stand. So that's another benefit of a laptop stand. And finally, it makes you look more professional during Zoom calls. Now, after last year, we've had a lot more Zoom calls than before. And if you put your laptop on a flat surface, slightly below your eye surface, it actually looks a bit odd to the other person because of the angle. But if you're able to use a laptop stand to move the laptop up to your eyesight level, it actually looks a lot more professional. So yeah, that's 3 reasons why I found a laptop stand to be absolutely essential, especially during the pandemic era. The second best purchase ever, I'll say, is a French press. Now, a French press is basically just a pot with a plunger inside and a built-in screen to press hot water through whatever you put inside the French press. Now, that could be ground coffee or that could be, say, tea leaves. I found using a French press to be an amazing way of making coffee or tea. I'll say it's the best balance between quality and convenience. Now, if you're a coffee lover like me, you drink coffee all the time, you won't want to drink instant coffee. Like, it's just bad quality, and if you're drinking it every day, you might as well get better ones. But if you look at the high end or the really professional ways of making coffee, like using a coffee drip machine, not a machine, but you know what I mean, those are quite time consuming as well. And that is when the French press come into play. Using a French press, it takes around 3 to 5 minutes to make coffee. Now obviously it's still much longer than just using an instant coffee, pour it in like 30 seconds, but it's also much quicker than using a hand drip coffee method. So with a French press, you can actually use actual coffee beans or ground coffee, whichever you prefer, to make coffee. You're no longer stuck with the instant coffee aisle in Tesco, but you can move on to the actual coffee beans and the ground coffee aisles, which is amazing to me at least. But if you don't drink coffee, you can also use a French press to make tea, which is again very useful. Instead of using tea bags, you can actually craft your own little combinations of tea ingredients. For example, you can buy chamomile on, say, Amazon, or even buy it on whatever green food store you usually visit, and maybe add some mint leaves in there, and bang, there you go, a new coffee combination. Now that wraps up why a French press is another best purchases for me for university. Now all these products that I mentioned will be linked down below on Amazon, so you can just click into it and have a look and see if you like it or not. Now the third best purchases I've ever made in university is actually a lower back support pillow. So it's basically those cushion or little support thing that you put on your office chair. Basically just one reason why it's amazing is for your posture. Again, sticking back to the pandemic theme, you sit in front of a desk for the whole day, so how you sit matters a lot as well. And you know, in university, they don't tend to give you the best chair to sit on, so having a back support really helps. Now, if you're still not convinced, let me read out 12 benefits of good posture. Now, firstly is reduce lower back pain, gives you fewer headaches, and increase self-confidence. Now, I'm not sure if it actually increases your self-confidence, but according to healthline.com, it does. So there you go, 12 reasons why you should get a lower back support. The fourth item on my list is not so much an essential, but I do think it's one of my best purchases, is candles. Now you might think this is more of a luxury, but when you spend so much time in your university room, having a candles, the smell and the elevation of the feeling atmosphere in your room really makes the price worth it, in my opinion. So for example, if you're about to go to bed, you can just put on like a lavender flavored candles. Now if you want to go to work, you can put on like a peppermint flavor or whatever. But basically the point is, having candles in the room makes your university life a lot more bearable, and we know how hard it can be sometimes. The ones I use, if you're in the UK, I'll recommend Yankee candles. Now, they look a bit old-fashioned, but their smell's absolutely amazing. I've also heard good things about Rituals candles. I'll link those down below. Rituals candles, but they're a bit more on the pricey side, so I haven't get to try them yet. But if you're on a budget, Yankee candles amazing because they're relatively cheap compared to other brands, and they smell amazing. Now, finally, the last item on my list, I kind of cheated a bit because it's not really a physical item. It's Amazon Prime. Now, if you never used Amazon to order stuff before, I don't know where you've been for the last 5 years, but Amazon Prime's amazing, especially with the student discount. I think it's something like £2 or £3 a month. Now, there's two reasons why you should get it. Firstly, they give you next day delivery. Now, this video is not sponsored by Amazon, but if you're watching this, hit me up. Whatever you need the next day, you can just go on Amazon, type it in, order. It takes like 2 minutes, and then the next day it's here, bang, easy as that. Second of all, they have discounts, Amazon Prime discounts. So if you're like me, you're too lazy to go out to buy stuff, you can just go on Amazon, and a lot of times, most items on Amazon actually has an Amazon Prime discount, so that's really good as well. And if you don't have Spotify, if you don't have Netflix, Amazon Prime membership includes Amazon Music as well as Amazon Video, which the library is a bit different, but it is what it is. A few more honorable mentions actually. So first of all, speaker. Now I don't want to mention it because I think it is quite self-explanatory, and a lot of people actually already have speakers. And second of all is a monitor. Now if you have the extra cash to spend, a monitor is really good for studying as well as say watching Netflix. But yeah, that's the 5 items and the 2 honorable mentions. Again, I'll put all of the links down below. If you're interested, definitely go take a look. I'll say that any one of them can have the potential to change your university life. Yeah, so if you like this video, please make sure to click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe because more video will be coming soon. So see you later.